Hey everybody, I'm back for another Sunday edition of Angry Mac. And today I am drinking some Bud Light Hard Soda Cherry Cola, which happens to be my favorite. It's absolutely fantastic. Cheers. Well, as we all know, today is Father's Day. Juneteenth apparently is over on everything. But today is Father's Day. Father's Day is the most overlooked holiday of them all, because the father apparently in society doesn't count anymore. I was looking at something the other day and they were ranking holidays, and Father's Day was ranked around 20. Juneteenth, the newly minted holiday, was ranked higher, which federal 1 year holiday, and now it's ranked higher than Father's Day. But this is a problem with society because fathers are not valued. The nuclear family has been completely destroyed. I think when women has shattered the glass ceiling, they also hurt the nuclear family. I don't think it's on purpose, and I do think women should have the ability to work and be successful and achieve all they can. But something happened. Something is going on with the world because a man is no longer important. A father is no longer important in child's lives. Not sure, but a lot of these problem kids have no intact family at home. The father is very important. Families that are intact with a healthy relationship between father and children and mother and children are usually good families. I can tell you this, it explains a lot what's going on right now. I read a story the other day about there were many male teens who were sexless. Male teens that are sexless. They had a father, they're not going to be sexless. The only thing I thought about as a teen was sex. It was the only thing, and it wasn't the male sex. I told you guys before. We were running to Dinger's house every month when that Playboy came from his older brother. We couldn't get there fast enough. I mean, it was a race to Dinger's house. It was unbelievable, but now we have sexless male teens. It really, really, really is crazy. I don't understand it at all. Man, maybe if there were more dads in the picture, and we're not just talking about dads looking for child support, because those are the only ones anybody ever talks about, but maybe if dads were in the picture, there'd be less family-friendly drag shows. I'm just saying, I don't know what's going on in societies with this whole Pride Month, but it seems like every week there's another parade. And every parade, the gay community went from wanting acceptedness, wanted their rights, wanted to get married, which everything they deserve, to suddenly and literally parading around children when they are half naked. Why? Why are we doing this? I'm going to be drinking myself into oblivion with today's news. It's absolutely insane. It's getting so crazy that with these transgenders and trans children, there are no trans children. I talked about this before. So one state, I don't know what state it is now not allowing trans children males to compete with the girls. Fair. I think very fair. Different body parts, different maturation, everything. So now they are checking girls to see if they're girls, if they're better than the other ones. Can you imagine being the father? Nobody's checking my girl. I'm telling you that right now. You want to check my girl, you're going to have to come through me first. And I'm sure a lot of fathers are doing the same way. Because if you're a father, nobody's checking your girl except you and your doctor. That's it. What are we coming to? Can you imagine checking girls? How does this checking go? Drop your drawers? I don't even want to think about it because it infuriates me. Really, insanity. Then more insanity. We have the World Health Organization, the esteemed WHO, is now considering changing the dreaded monkeypox name to a different disease. Why, may you ask? Because the monkeypox name may be racist to black folks. It's been around forever. It's never been racist. So I got to ask you who are the racists? Never once did I hear the word monkeypox and I thought, they got that from a black folk. What are we doing? We are perpetuating racism every single chance we can get to create a bigger divide. You want to change your name? Who cares? But don't say it's because you're offending black folk. I am sure black people don't care. If any black people are watching this, can you please leave a comment when you subscribe? on the bottom. Like it. If you think the term monkeypox is offensive, maybe I'm out of touch on this one. I'm not a black guy. I'm as white as you can be. Bald white dude is what I am. I look like Mr. Michelin. So I'm out the other day, and everybody knows I'm trying to train these squirrels how to skate. So we're at the local hockey arena, and there's a little girl there going skating with her mom, and she goes, "Hey, Mom, do you know how to skate?" And Mom turns around and goes, "We'll find out soon." I thought that was pretty funny. I had to share. I gave that a little snicker and actually gave her a little thumbs up when I was there. But even more insanity. Do you know the United States government has funded a study. They have funded a study and spent $518,000, $500,000 to study the effects of cocaine and sex with Japanese quails. First of all, who's having sex with these Japanese quails? I really was unsure to study. But, I mean, I don't know. What are we doing? What are we giving away more? Let's just keep giving money to Ukraine. Another $1 billion goes to Ukraine. Now, I'm trying to figure out how to identify as Ukrainian so I can get some of that cash. Got college to pay for. I want to set these kids up. Summer camp, the whole business. Hey, listen, just tell me. Apparently, you could identify as everything. Why can't I identify as Ukrainian to get some cash from an Americans? Because apparently Americans aren't getting any money. We're just getting higher gas prices, higher oil prices, higher food prices. It's absolutely insane, and it's killing us. But Screaming Joe is back, and he was screaming this week that Americans are doing better than ever. Where? Where are we doing better than ever? Prices are high. Division in the country is high. Whether you're the right or left, black, white, up, down, everything is a mess. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing. But I did see him fall down on his bicycle the other day. He took a little tumble getting off. Nobody wants to see old Joe get hurt. I tell you that. Don't want to see the man get hurt. He is the president. He is an older dude. I think he has dementia. Good old dementia, Joe. Nobody wants to see him get hurt. But you read a story about him getting hurt, and the last comment is, well, Trump can't even ride a bike. What does Joe Biden have to do with Trump riding a bike? Everything circles back to Trump. They are so afraid of this man running for president again. It's crazy. In fact, I was suspended from Twitter again for 4 days because I was going back and forth with some liberal, and I said, your head may explode if Trump runs again. That was all the comment was. Your head may explode if Trump runs again. I was suspended 4 days for harassment and threats of physical violence. Does anybody really think his head was going to explode? I mean, really? They went over their terms of service and that was it? His head's going to explode? I mean, how soft are we? I mean, really? The guy commented back with a little smiley face to even be better than that. I don't understand. I don't understand at all. But I don't know if anybody got the memo. The White House declared on June 15th, that June 15th was Elder Care World Day. June 15th. Somebody didn't give Jill the memo because the elder abuse continues as we speak right now. Joe's probably either sundowning somewhere, rambling somewhere, being hunted down by the CIA so he's safe, being lifted off the ground, or just being given some vanilla ice cream or some pudding just to be quiet. I mean, I'm telling you, it's absolute insanity. Absolute insanity. Really was an interesting week. I did read another news article that everybody's going to be happy about this. Your liver may be younger than you think. I can tell you this. They didn't study my liver. They didn't study Dinger's liver. They didn't study Puerto Rican Bear's liver. They didn't study my brother's liver. I mean, the list could go on. But I got that going for me. My liver may be a little younger. That just means I'm going to have another 3 or 4 later. That liver's going to have to catch up to my age now. That's all you did for me. Now, read another one. A girl was talking about, there's a picture in the newspaper, how her and her boyfriend are celebrating 10 years of being boyfriend and girlfriend. Is that really a celebration? I don't know, man. You ever hear the saying, shit to get off the pot? You got to make a decision. 10 years. 10 years? How long you waiting? 10 years. 10 years. 10 years? dating? Maybe it's not the right guy or the right girl. I don't know if this is a celebration or a pity party. 10 years. Oh my God, I don't know. Maybe they're identifying as a married couple and just dating. Who knows? Then we have the geniuses in Hollywood. All I do is hear about these geniuses in Hollywood. You know, Amber Heard came out the other day and said Johnny Depp was such a great actor. He convinced everybody he had scissors in his hands. And it made sense to me because I was watching him on his hands. Every time he put up his hands, I was confused. I was waiting for the scissors. But I digress. The geniuses are coming out with a new movie that's coming out next week. HBO Max, Father of the Bride. They changed the whole cast to a Latino cast. Father of the Bride is a classic comedy with Steve Martin and Martin Short, and just those two alone. Classic comedians. It was hysterical. Why are we trying to make it a Latino version? I mean, listen, I love Andy Garcia. I think he's a great actor. I love Gloria Estefan. Let's keep turning that beat around, Gloria. But do we really need a Latino version of Father of the Bride? What are we doing? Are there no more original ideas? Or does everything have to be diverse? Everybody's got to be represented. I'm telling you, in life, in movies, everybody doesn't have to be represented. Just be the best you can be. Things will go much better that way. Treat everybody with respect when they are represented. Again, we're going crazy on Father's Day. Nobody's here. It's a little easier for me today. Remember back in the day, I was in the 5-cent store the other day. I don't know what they call it now. It's probably the 80-cent store. And they had the Bazooka gum. It was 20 for $1. I was a little surprised. I'm thinking, Bazooka Joe was so badass that at 9 years old, he had an eye patch. Today's society, if it was a new one, Bazooka Joe would have a tiara, a skirt, and some high heels. That's where we've become as a society. Joe wouldn't be a badass. Joe would be a trans child. I don't know if you heard that. Something that cracking. It's the stress of society. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's see. California, still a world of its own. California, the only state where you could rob someone or rob a store, and then you come out, you get robbed, call the police, and try to press charges. True story, man. I don't know what they're doing over there. The cops' heads must be spinning. They're allowed to rob, not allowed to rob. I don't know. This is the side in California. I told you. Cut it off. Let it go. Get Bugs Bunny in there. Let something else happen. Along with, who are these white Mexicans that are perpetuating white supremacy? I've never met a white Mexican. Have you? They're Mexicans. They're not white Mexicans. They're not white people. White supremacy. Now you can be any race and be white supremacist. So I guess they're trying to create diversity in the white supremacist ranks. Sure, that's great. Sure, that's great. My God, and as I said, today's Juneteenth. A really weird one on Juneteenth. They were doing having a parade in one town down south, and they had an artist come in, and he did a big commemorative artist to celebrate Juneteenth. It was a hair pick. It was a 26-foot hair pick. Nothing says oppression and the freedom of slaves like a hair pick. What are we doing? What are we doing? And they were talking about how there's inequality at the parade. Is this what we're celebrating? Inequality and black people's hair? I mean, you want to celebrate the slaveries, the Emancipation Proclamation, I think it was read on January 1st in the 1800s. I can't remember the year off the top of my head, but it was January 1st. What are we doing? What are we doing? So, I'm going to finish it off by a little squirrel story. Squirrel had a classroom party, and I was going. Everybody else was working. So he said, Dad, who's going? I said, I'm going. And he gave me the funniest look. I said, yeah, dude, I'm going. What do you think of that? And he looked at me and he said, yeah, you'll do. So there you go, I'll do. Now listen, it is Father's Day. For all you fathers out there, happy Father's Day. For anybody whose father's not here, say a little prayer for them because they're great people. I'm going to say a little prayer for mine. I'm going to say a little prayer for my grandfather. Go out and hug your father today, man. Give him a big hug. Tell him you love him. Fathers need to be appreciated. Not only that, find somebody you love. Tell him you love him. Give him a hug. Everything else is nonsense. What you have today could be gone tomorrow. And that is no joke whatsoever. If you take anything out of what I say, love your loved ones, man. Let them know. Listen, I love you all. Cheers. I'll see you next week, man.